A young man becomes Muslim by the name of Al-Arqam Ibn Arqam. And when he becomes Muslim, he's about 16 years old. And this is amazing. We need to contemplate and think about this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is sending to the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali the young and the old and those in between. And he's sending to him sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali the wealthy, the rich, the free men and women. And he's sending to him sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali those that were slaves, those that were enslaved. His da'wah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali started to reach all of the hearts. It wasn't just one particular group of society that believed in him. And here comes this young man by the name of Al-Arqam Ibn Arqam, 16 years old. And he believes in the Messenger of God sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali. He sees the Muhammedan truth sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali. He wants to attach himself to that Muhammadan reality sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali. But he wants to do whatever he can to support the Messenger of God sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali. And Al-Arqam Ibn Arqam, he had a home that was on the mountain of As-Safa. And he tells the Messenger of God sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali that we can use my home as a gathering place for the believers. Now you have to understand this is extremely dangerous. Yes, the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali is still calling quietly, but word is starting to get out. People are starting to hear that Muhammad ibn Abdullah alayhi salam is claiming to be a prophet, but they tolerated it because he wasn't sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali causing any major disruptions in society. But they knew that people were gathering together, but they didn't know exactly where and they didn't know exactly what was happening. So Al-Arqam at age 16 comes and he says, "Oh Messenger of God, use my home." And does the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali say, "Ya Arqam, you're too young"? Does he say, "Get out of here"? Does he turn away from him? No. The Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali embraces him. And he and all of the early believers would regularly meet in the house of Al-Arqam Ibn Arqam to hear from the Messenger of God sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali, to pray with the Messenger of God sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali, and to take advice from the Messenger of God sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali. It became the first home that sheltered the believers and all those that wanted to believe in the Messenger of God alayhi salatu wasalam. So we have to be smart. When we see an opportunity to be good or to do good, we have to follow in the footsteps of Al-Arqam Ibn Arqam. It wasn't this that he believed in the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali and that was enough. No. He wanted to give everything that he had for that beauty of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. This is 1500 years ago, and you and I now here are speaking and studying and talking about him and that sadaqah jariyah that he gave to the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you and I see an opportunity to do good in life, jump on it. Be inspired like Al-Arqam Ibn Arqam. You can imagine there are probably so many reasons in his mind, radiyallahu anhu wa arda, why he shouldn't give his home to the Messenger of God alayhi salatu wasalam and all the early believers. Just the amount of danger and attention that could possibly be on him. And you can imagine those thoughts and those ideas. He was human, radiyallahu anh, went through his heart. But you know what was greater than that? His love for the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali. His admiration for the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali. His knowledge that Muhammad ibn Abdullah alayhi salatu wasalam is the truth. And when that enters his heart, all of those other feelings go away. And he prefers the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali over everything that he has. And Al-Arqam Ibn Arqam has a beautiful, rich life. He continues in the future to fight alongside the Messenger of God sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala ali at every single battle. And he, radiyallahu anhu wa arda, dies at the age of 83 during the Caliphate of Muaah ibn Abi Sufyan And Al-Arqam Ibn Arqam is buried in Al-Baqi'. MashaAllah, what an amazing, amazing man.